What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Ultra Premier Cup, and today I'm bringing you all another TOXICROAK team. So I posted a video a couple days ago where I was running TOXICROAK as a lead, and I was kind of trying to consider what other Pokemon I could run with TOXICROAK, and one of the main problems I had with my previous team of TOXICROAK, Snorlax, and Lapras was that I didn't have a hard punish to a Gallade switch in. I kind of had to bring out my own Snorlax and sometimes even go into a shield deficit there, but with this team I'm running TOXICROAK and then Lapras with Ice Beam and Surf as the safe swap, and then Clefable in the back, and Clefable is really going to be the hard punish to any Gallades that want to switch in. And I think running a Charmer in the back is a really nice surprise for your opponent sometimes, and you could even sometimes save 2 shields for it and just charm down things, because Charm is just so ridiculously oppressive. But the reason for running Ice Beam on my Lapras, since I'm using it as a safe swap, is what I want to have happen is for them to bring out a grass type, like a Venusaur, and then I don't need to commit any shields on my Lapras and I just go straight for the Ice Beam. If it lands, then that's great. I will have regained switch advantage. If they shield it, I will at least have a shield advantage coming out of this matchup. So this set that we're seeing here, just one set today, but I went 5-0 with this team. I had dropped a lot of points the couple days before, and since I've been running this team, I've been going positive again, which is really great. I believe this opponent actually led with a Heracross, so TOXICROAK into Heracross is a favorable matchup for TOXICROAK. You just need to go for the Sludge Bomb. And in the back is their own Lapras. Because I saved the shield for my Clefable, this thing is just going to be able to take out this Lapras very easily. Meteor Mash and Psychic both hit for neutral damage on Lapras, but neither of them get stab, and Meteor Mash is a more energy efficient move, so that is the move that you want to throw against Lapras here. So I shield up the Surf. I save the shield for the Clefable, and it's just going to be able to charm down this Lapras in the back, and that will be a good game there. You'll see me run into the Jonkus line with like a Magnezone lead, I think once or maybe even twice in this set. And there is a little bit of nuance that I need to do to make this a better scenario for me. So this is obviously a favorable lead. The Gallade comes in and I insta-swap into Clefable to avoid taking a confusion on my TOXICROAK, very important there. Now right here, I actually need to leave this matchup with as little health as possible, because I know that the Magnezone is just going to come in and farm. So right there I should have stopped doing charms. And even if I would have lost switch advantage, I would have been okay with this, because Lapras is kind of just going to be a liability against this backline. We know that it's most likely a Venusaur in the back. So I do get a shield with that Psychic, which is nice, but this Magnezone is able to just spark me down and get so much energy, which is really not great. Right here, I honestly should just bring out Lapras. I think that might even be the smarter play, is just to bring out Lapras, absorb all the energy. If I get wild charged, who cares? Because TOXICROAK with 2 shields should be able to handle the Venusaur in the back. So here you see me bring out my Lapras against this Venusaur. I don't need to shield up this Frenzy Plant. It does not one-shot. But then the Venusaur is going to be able to farm, so I'm just going straight for the Ice Beam here. And this will take it out if they don't shield, but then their Magnezone is going to be able to come in and farm even more, which is not good. So again, like, Lapras kind of just seems like a liability at the end. I kind of should just use it as like a damage sponge. Save both shields for TOXICROAK and allow TOXICROAK to take out the Magnezone and the Venusaur, because I could just shield up whatever moves that the Magnezone throws at me and then have all that loaded energy to dump on the Venusaur. So I'm barely able to win that match. Giving the Magnezone all that farm with my Clefable is always very scary. So this is a good lead for me. But in the 0 shield, this is really not that bad for Lapras at all. So I find that my opponents tend to stay in this matchup often if they have something in the back that is also weak to Toxicroak. I'm running into a lot of lines where people are double weak to Toxicroak. Toxicroak is so glassy that it's pretty easy to take it out, even in a neutral matchup. So I'm able to get my Lapras aligned with this Charizard. But I think I've seen a team comp like this before. They use Charizard as the safe swap, and then they have another flyer in the back, so they try to bait out the Lapras like they did here. And so I'm assuming that it could be a Togekiss in the back, but I know that my own Clefable is going to have a fairly neutral matchup with that Togekiss, and Clefable is has so much bulk in Ultra Premier that I feel pretty confident with that matchup. So I lost switch advantage. Not super great. I'm going to bring out the Toxicroak here and go for the Sludge Bomb. Probably could have committed one shield with the Lapras, but I lost track of my counts, unfortunately. And they bring out Venusaur. So this is actually very scary. I have to stay in here because my Clefable is not going to appreciate being matched up with this Venusaur. They're farming up a lot of energy here, and then they give up switch advantage. I store a Mud Bomb, and now all I need to do is farm down this Lapras and land a Psychic on the Venusaur. It won't one-shot it at that range, but it will do a lot of damage, and because I stored the Mud Bomb, I know that Toxicroak wins the CMP tie against Venusaur, so that should be a pretty solid scenario there. Sorry, there was like a little fly on the computer screen there. So this is good for me. Gonna totally charm down this Lapras. And then out comes a Venusaur, able to get to this Psychic, which is gonna hit for super effective damage. I think Meteor Mash and Psychic is definitely the moveset that you wanna run on your Clefable. That way you're not walled by Venusaur here, and you're not walled by fire types like Charizard. Gonna be able to hit for some neutral damage with Psychic. And I'm actually able to charm down that Venusaur. Good game. Going up against only Agaz here. Toxicroak into Magnezone. Okay, this is that team again. Even though, yes, I have very hard counters to... Oh, no, it's not. It's actually a different team. So they use Poliwrath here. Obviously, I'm going to bring out my Clefable because Lapras is terrible against this, and I need my Toxicroak for the Magnezone. But this is going to be a similar scenario here where the Magnezone is going to be able to get so much farm off of my Charmer. Even though I have very hard counters, like with all this health remaining, it's a little bit scary. Now the Magnezone can't really spark me all the way down here because these charms are just going to do so much damage. I go for Psychic because it's only single resisted, whereas Meteor Mash is double resisted. You can see how much damage this charm is doing. It is just chunking away. I know that they're at 100 energy, so they're going to throw the Mirror Shot to take me out, and then they have energy stored. Right here, it's I still have no idea what's in the back, so I will shield this up here. It is a Wild Charge, and in the back is a Gallade, which is very scary. Very, very scary here. I need to burn both of the Gallade's shields with Surf. I anticipated this being a Leaf Blade, and it was. If that was a close combat, this game would be over. So I correctly call up the Leaf Blade. Have to shield up this Leaf Blade for sure, but now I need to burn both of the shields with Surf. And then I somehow need to be able to get to a Mud Bomb to land on this Gallade here. But it's very close. There goes the first shield. Here goes the second shield. I just want the shield gone. I know I'm going to get farmed down by the Gallade, but none of Gallade's charge moves are threatening on Toxicroak. It's really the confusion damage that's scary. So I was 2 counters away from getting a Mud Bomb. I have to get hit by 1 confusion, which is not great, but then I'm going to be able to land this Mud Bomb and take out this Gallade just barely. And then out comes the Magnezone, and I'm able to counter it down before it gets to a Wild Charge. Good game. Very scary, close game there. Toxicroak and Lapras. Again, this is favorable, but typically they tend to stay in here, which indicates that they are double weak to this thing. Okay, they immediately switch into Togekiss, so this is great for me. Now, I don't want to get hit by a move from this Togekiss. So I'm actually just going to throw Ice Beam right away. I'm going to reveal that I have Ice Beam, and I'm totally okay with that, because this is just going to take the Togekiss out. This Lapras still has so much energy. Even though they're going to bring out Escavalier to farm me down, I'm really not that concerned, because I'm still going to be able to rip off some Surfs here and do some nice and neutral damage to their Escavalier. They also revealed their entire team already, so I know that I still have a Lapras to deal with. I'm able to land 2 Surfs here. Yes, the Escavalier is going to have a lot of energy coming out of this, but I can just bring in Clefable to absorb all that damage, commit no shields, save both shields for Toxicroak, and it should be a pretty clean victory there. This could be Acid Spray. It's most likely Drill Run, which only hits for neutral. It does a nice chunk, but still, Toxicroak is going to be my win scenario here, so no shields. I'm anticipating them to switch into Lapras right after they throw this, and they do, so there's my switch into Toxicroak. I'm always trying to keep my eye on the upper right-hand corner, watching the typings to try to make sure that my swaps can be as fast as possible. And then shield up the Surf. And at this point, I don't really like baiting, so I'm just going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb. It's the safer play, and these counters are really adding up. It does get shielded, but actually at this health range, Mud Bomb still wouldn't KO, but these counters are doing so much. I'm going to just counter down, and then I have a Mud Bomb stored for the Escavalier, and I was able to go 5-0 with this team, which feels good. I'm going to be trying out this team a little bit more and trying to perfect some of my gameplay here, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.